Okay, we're at another Goodwill. I got these in the, this was all from the case up front. So there's a bag of frogs in there. There is this little shaker, cow angel shaker. Here's a Hagen Runneker. There are 3 of these, and this one is broken, but they are all made McFadden art glass. These 2 are fine. This is another shaker, and that's all I've gotten so far. Hi there, we are at Goodwill. We are at the Royerstown Goodwill. Do you need a beard? Because they had beards for sale at Goodwill. Look, you could have a blonde beard or a black beard. I had just taken you to the big Goodwill. You have not seen that video yet. We're kind of going out of order. I found a bag of washi tape. This was a good deal, and I just thought, well, all that for $5 is a good deal. Maybe I can incorporate it into my resin. Maybe I could put it inside bracelets. So I decided to get that bag of washi tape. I was starting to tell you that it is half price Friends and Family Day, and this is the second Goodwill that I took you to. I will show the big Goodwill video probably on Saturday, but there are some things in this video that I got that I will be having on my Whatnot sale on Friday, and then part of the Critter Crew train on Saturday. So I wanted to get the video out so you see what I got. Maybe you'll see something that you would like to buy. I am commenting to you that the shelves are way less crowded. There's way less people, which is very, very nice. I am talking to you about this bowl. This is a condiment bowl. It probably had for cream or mayonnaise. That spoon, sometimes they are hard to find. This is a coffee pot or a chocolate pot. It definitely had some age. These are a hard seller for me. When you flip it over, look, only $3. It is Nippon, so it does have age to it. But these just sit on my shelf or shelves, whatever, in eBay. So I don't tend to pick them up. I did pick this bowl up because it was very, very pretty. It had the spoon, no chips or cracks, and it had like a tiny little peacock design in the gold, and I thought that was super duper pretty. My bracelets today are brought to you by me, and one was the stripy one is a gift from Kate. There were a whole bunch of these, and it turned out as Merry Christmas to my boyfriend. They are cards, and they had them all individually priced, all for your boyfriend. This was a copper plate, but I feel it was not real copper because the coloring was coming off of it. Like I said, you will see on Saturday how crowded the shelves were and maybe get a feeling of how busy the store was. So this was a nice respite from the overcrowded shelves and so many people reaching in front of you, and like you have your space and they kind of like reach over your head. It was kind of a little overwhelming, but you know, it's the price you pay for being a reseller. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating facts that people are a little crazy at the big Goodwill. If you come to this area, I recommend my favorite Goodwill if you can find it. And most of you know where it is. And the Royerstown Goodwill. I've looked at this before with you. I remembered after I saw that little thing. I think it plays music when you grab a little snack out of the bowl. I was a little, well, look at this guy. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to find too much here, but I am very happy with what I did get. This Santa Claus, he's like as people say, he's seen some things. I always like to check out the names on pieces like this with the fruit because it might be Port Marion, but that was not. It was very pretty though. They had covered up the blue tag with a red tag, and here was a white beard if you needed a white beard. And then I noticed that there was a mug over there that said True Gent, and I thought, well, we need some merchandising going on here. I'm going to do some merchandising after I look at this sake set. I believe that was for the sake cups and then the sake itself. There we go. True Gent and a white beard. Perfect. I am part of Sandy, My Flippin' Van Life's Critter Caravan on Saturday, and I am selling pigs. So I am looking for pig items, and that mug was cute, but I didn't really want to sell a mug. This fish reminded me of Pete Sy. He is going to be selling fish on the caravan train. No one's selling turkeys, but I could have gotten these and sold them as turkey pigs. If you look at my Whatnot show for Saturday, it has the Critter Caravan bookmark. You can see in my store there are some critters that identify as pigs that not technically are pigs because I had some pigs to sell and then I made some pigs and then I just have some critters that think they're pigs just to cover my bases. My slot starts at 6:30. The Critter Caravan starts out at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard with Sandy, and I am looking forward to seeing all the different animals that people found and that are selling. This is very interesting. This looked like a pelican mail holder, and then it came out, but it went right back in. And let's see. I always like looking on this back wall because sometimes they put bags of things, like this bag of things. And inside this bag of thing, I was thinking, is that a Hagen Renaker? It was a little ceramic lion or puma or tiger or something. Then we had a dolphin on a rock. And then we had a little bit of pewter. I forget what that said. What was that? I don't know what that was. I thought maybe get it for that. It was only $2. Maybe I could have, but I didn't want to get too many teeny weeny little things. And I already had the Hagen Renaker elephant, which I was pretty happy about. I left that for somebody else, and if it's still there next time, maybe I'll pick it up because I do tend to gravitate towards the tiny, teeny little things. These were interesting. Speaking of teeny tiny little things, these I thought, well, these look like Avon to me. And sure enough, turns out inside there it is marked Avon. These are thimbles or lady head things. And if you get a whole set of them, they are worth not too terrible of money. And it was funny because at a thrift store that I do not film at, they had a set of them for sale. And I thought, I have some of those that I just picked up. So I did pick up the lady thimbles. I'm going to sell, I think that would be a good Whatnot item. Have a choice of those or maybe all of them. I haven't decided yet. I think someone could make something out of them. I think they would be neat as a craft project for somebody. This I thought was interesting. They put them together. They are all the diamond point clear glass design. This was plastic, which surprised me. I thought it was nice that they bundle. This Goodwill tends to bundle things more. And the ornaments, for instance, that I showed you at the very beginning that were in that box, there was originally 5 items in there. And I said, there's only 3 in here. Where are the other 2? And unfortunately, they had gotten shoplifted. And I said, oh no, what were they, more of these big bulbs? And they said, no, there were 2 little icicle things that someone had stolen, which was a shame. But I thought those glass bulbs were very, very pretty. This is Deneen pottery. If you find Deneen pottery, it's a it's something with a devil. That's a very good seller. I was watching a Whatnot sale, and one of the sellers had found the Deneen pottery. If you look up Deneen pottery on eBay and look up really high prices on sold items, you will see it's like devil's something or other that's very, very sought after, which is kind of funny because it's just a coffee mug. But so I'm always on the lookout for that mug. This I was looking at, could I use this in my resin? Maybe. Then I was thinking, could Mike use that in his bracelets? Maybe, but I just wasn't feeling it. And then I thought, ooh, raviolis sound good. But I didn't want to make them from scratch. But they do sound good, don't they? Speaking of food, excuse me, I had a cough. I was looking to see if these were onion soup bowls. They were not. They had them bundled. I'm looking for onion soup bowls because Jimmy and I want to make onion soup, and I really want to have the onion soup bowls that we can melt the cheese on it. Susie Zoo, I love Susie Zoo. I think it's so sweet. If there were 2 of those mugs, I probably would have made an exception and picked up the coffee mugs. Now this, look, this is beautiful. I knew this was something. This just wasn't something, because wait till I'm going to show the cleaned up version of this. I polished this up as much as I could. It is marked on the bottom CC84, and the CC has a copyright C with a circle around it. There is some condition issues on it. It does have some cracks right where it's attached to that body, but wait till you see the video, the picture at the end of this video. It's so pretty. That butterfly lady is going to be for sale on my weekly Friday night Whatnot sale. So make sure you look for that. And if you go over to the Whatnot app, it's the show that has her as the picture. Let's see, what else did I find in this area? Oh, this magnet looked like it belonged to the magnet that we saw briefly on the back wall. And here's some more mugs. I was looking at that mug to see what was on it because I couldn't quite see Santa Claus at first. They didn't have any, little to no Valentines at the store. I am looking for anything Valentine-y, and they really didn't have it. Valentine is kind of hard to find in the thrift store. I was checking out the maker on that plate, and let's see, on the end cap there was a foot. Kate always says feet sell. That was a more contemporary foot ashtray, trinket dish. And then this, you bake in that. These I thought were really cool. Now they have the GUNs on them, but they reminded me of like Western cowboy things. And guess who really likes them? Jimmy, because he loves old-time cowboy movies and books. And I live, laugh, love. Ugh. I really wanted to know what was inside it. Nothing. When I brought them home and I showed them to him, he's like, let's just keep them for a little bit, because he really likes them. And he rarely says that about anything I bring home. So I did get those tumblers, but we're holding on to them for now. That I wasn't quite sure what it was. I was like, mode? What? Who is this? Then I realized it was Edna Mode from Incredibles, and it has a little underplate with it, and it is contemporary. It's Disney. I lifted up the cup to make sure there weren't any hidden chips, and it's not. And so I decided to get that. So I got that as well. And that will probably go on eBay or Whatnot. A lot of these things will be selling on Whatnot. I thought a little bit about having the butterfly on eBay, but I think I'd rather sell her on Whatnot. There's an omelet maker. Not an egg-tastic, but pretty close. I wanted to see what was in here because I really like the graphics on the box, but then the glasses were nothing really special. I thought it would be cool if the glasses had that on them, but they didn't. Here were a whole bunch of canisters. I was checking out the prices. They were reasonably priced. $2.99, $2.99. I think these were $3.99 and $3.99. Very 80s. In good shape. But canisters are a lot of work to pack and find a box big enough. This was very pretty. This was a pottery studio art piece. I thought it was manufactured, but the more I looked at it, it did have a signature on it. I'm lifting the price tag very carefully to see if what the signature is on there. I did take the time to look it up on eBay. I did not see anything that popped up. I did think it was pretty, but I did leave that behind. And then in this bag, I wanted to know what's in this bag. And then I think it's a craft kit. It looked like there were ribbons and a pattern, and it came with that. Maybe it was arts and crafts. Nothing too exciting. And then over here, there were a whole bunch of these Corelle dishes that they had bundled. And then I needed to bring my cart closer. Jenny wasn't with me to keep my cart close by. Here's a whole bunch of restaurant ware. I thought it was going to be Buffalo, or Syracuse, but it was not. We find out together what they are. There it is. My cousin used to have this as her everyday wear, or restaurant wear as her everyday wear, but she got rid of it. And then the last thing I found was this little weird kind of trinket box. It has the F on it, so that means Fitz and Floyd. Definitely vintage. I believe it's from the 70s. Unusual, and that is why I bought it, because sometimes unusual sells. This is going to wrap up our trip here to Goodwill. I hope you paid close attention, because you saw everything that I bought. I'm not going to have all of the pictures at the end of the video like I usually do, but I am going to have this picture. Here is the butterfly lady all cleaned up and shiny. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see ya.